So this is what Tilos looks like when you open it by launching from the icon, where you're presented with a dialog which is giving the option to select from a list of recent projects that you've opened. You can open any project that you can reach from this computer, or you can make a new project based on a template, one that has been created previously from a Tilos file, and this contains a lot of information that is going to be useful to you in the future, like a list of other calendars that are going to be used. So if we base a new project on this particular template and say OK, it's going to copy that file and launch it on screen and ask us for some key information about this project, such as its description. So this is going to be the A46 road extension project. I'm going to choose the unit of measure in distance, so I can have any of these and I can make new ones, and we can have kilometers with 3 decimal places or just meters, miles, yards, feet, chains. You can make your own units. And so the start and end distance, the footprint of the job in distance, is defined here. So you can have any start value which can be negative or positive. We're going to do meters to 5,000, so a 5-kilometer road, and that's the footprint of our job in distance. Footprint of our job in time is defined here, so we can choose from a date picker what our start date is. We can choose any decade, any month, any year in a decade, any day. So we're going to start on the 18th, and time is an element important in Tilos because we can do very short projects like rail possession, so we're down to the minute, and the start date is a hard start date that once you schedule in Tilos, no task can start before that date. We can set an end date by date picking or typing, and this is not a hard end date, this is a soft end date, and that tasks can extend beyond this date, but you will be warned if you exceed them. You can choose a base time unit. We're going to use days. We can choose a default calendar, but any other calendar can be used on any other task, but this is just a default. So when I click on apply, it's going to save this project to a location on the computer of our choice, and we can obviously change its name, and then we've got this area, that user interface, open on screen. So I just want to spend a minute or two explaining what you're looking at so you understand it. On the left hand side over here we have the Tilos Explorer. So this is made up of 3 main sections. It's hierarchical, so the views are pre-prepared layouts where we can see as much information as we want by distance and time, as Gantt charts, as lists, and as principally time distance diagrams. By double clicking on one of these, we open the area on the right hand side. So we've also got other data. So we've got in our project data, as I mentioned, we've got our calendars. So you can double click to edit a calendar, right mouse click, copy or paste. We can right mouse click on the parent and create a new item, and this applies sort of everywhere. So you've got lots of information that you can apply. You can change the width of that. We can even dock that and take it outside the main window if you've got 2 screens. So but the area on the right hand side is the view that's currently selected, and this is a time distance diagram. We're trying to make this as large as possible, and you can control the zoom scale up here, etc. And this is made up of cells. So if I click on this, these are highlighted with this heavy shadow, and the tabs below, so this is the 3rd area of the screen, this tabbed area is related to the item that I've clicked on. It's in here that we can edit things numerically, or we can edit them graphically, often on screen. So you've got these 3 main areas: the tabbed area, the time distance diagram, or the view, in this case a time distance diagram made up of cells, and the Explorer. There's also a lot of tool buttons, and this strip of tool buttons down the middle between the Explorer and the time distance diagram, if I hover on any tool button you get a tool tip, but if I activate this option I'm editing something on the body of the diagram. So these are all for editing items on the body of the diagram. You've got lots on the main toolbar. So we've also got this section on the left hand side, and they're all housekeeping. So this is about save, open, close, undo, redo, options, help, that sort of thing. And then you've got this section in the middle, which is all about changing the screen size and printing, rescheduling, and some other options. So it's quite well organized, and if you hover a tooltip you get a menu option. So that's the user interface and the start of Tilos.